A Court of Stones? Hi, how are ya? I'm Nora, and this is Rating My Reads. Today I wanted to talk about the series that I haven't finished. The ones that I own and haven't read, and the ones that I need to start that I own. We're gonna start straight away. We have a lot of books to get through. Princess in Practice is the second book in the Undercover Princess series. It's by Connie Glynn, and there's another book out, I believe, and I haven't read it yet. I haven't even got through this. I still have a bookmark in it because I got really bored of it, and I pretty much DNF'd it, but I don't want to DNF it because it's a good story and I enjoy it, but I just wasn't feeling it at the time, and now I've got to reread it because I don't remember what happens. This is the second book. The first book is over there somewhere. I've been reading this since this time last year, maybe earlier than that, and I haven't got around to reading it. It's been a long time. The Red Queen series, the one I'm currently reading, as you'll know. I did a photo shoot with this book a couple of weeks ago. No, it was like last week. What am I talking about? It was like last week I did a photo shoot with this book, and it was very pretty. It's on my Instagram, and I liked it. But I have to read the second book now. I've read Cruel Crime, which is over there, and Glass Sword I need to start, and that is on my TBR for September, which we are currently in the month of September, so that is good. And hopefully I get around to reading that soon. I have a lot more books to read in September, so we'll see if I actually get around to it. It's not a high priority. The rest really are priorities. So if I don't get around to it in September, I will definitely get around to it in October. Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I have this book, and I have Still Me, which is the third book, but I don't have the second book, which is very strange. Let me tell you the story behind this book. So, my fiance calls me B, and he bought me the book because there's a B on it, not this one, the third one. And so I've had it sit on my shelf for a long time, and then I found this in the charity shop, so I bought it. And I need to buy the second one now because I don't have it, and I need to finish the series and read the series because I haven't started it yet, nor have I finished it. But that is the story behind this. I will get around to this at some point. This big boy. Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I have read the Mortal Instruments series. I haven't read the Infernal Devices or the other one. The Bane Chronicles. I haven't read Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy or Ghosts of the Shadow Market, which I all need to read and get because I don't have any of those. I only have the Mortal Instruments series. I need to read all of those before I can get to this. And I'm on a book buying ban, so I can't physically get them right now. But I will eventually. We will. I've got to unhaul some books first because I've got too many. And yeah, we'll get to it soon. Hopefully. A Court of Thorns? It's Thorns. A Court of Thorns, fuck's sake. A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I need to read this. I've had it on my shelf for quite a while now. I have the whole series, I just haven't got around to reading it. I probably should do that. It's on my TBR shelf, so I will get around to it soon. Gone by Michael Grant. This is a book that I've had on my shelf for a good few years right now, and I just don't know if I want to read it. It's on my TBR shelf because I have the first book. I think it was gifted to me by one of my friends in high school or secondary school because I'm Irish. Why am I saying high school? And I just haven't got around to reading it. I'm a bit intimidated by the series. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 books? I don't actually know. It says on the back there's 5 books. There could be more. I don't know. But this book is intimidating to me. It is quite a thick book. It has how many pages? Let's find out. Almost 600 pages of the first book, which is a bit intimidating, if I do say so. I've said that so many times, and I might unhaul it because I don't really feel the interest of it. Like, it does sound like a good series to read, but I just don't think that I'm going to get around to reading it anytime soon, and I don't feel like I want to read it. So maybe I'll unhaul this. Who knows? Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I have wanted to read this for a long time now. I have all 3 books. I think there's the 4th book as well. But I have the first 3 books. I have this one, Hollow City, and Library of Souls. They don't match covers. The first 2 are paperbacks, and the last one's a hardback. Kind of annoying, but it's fine. They all have the same kind of outline on that's the spine. It's like, yeah, like that. But I wanted to read this before I watched the movie, and I still haven't watched the movie, so I will get around to reading this soon because it's been on my TBR shelf for a long time again. And I want to watch the movie soon because it looks really interesting and fun. So the book should be interesting and fun too. This is the second book in the series of The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. And I've read this book. I have the spine cracks to prove it. I read the first book as well. I have the third book up on my shelf, but I don't have the first book physical copy, and I haven't read the third book, and I don't actually remember what happens. Like, I vaguely remember, like, the ground breaking apart or something. I don't know. Just something like that. I don't actually remember. It's a bit confusing, to say the least. I need to reread this series because I don't remember what happens, and I need to finish it because I haven't finished the series. I have one book left. So that'll be something that I have to do soon. Also, this isn't on my TBR shelf. I've just stuck it in with the other books because there's no room in my TBR shelf anymore. Which is kind of a problem because, well, you know, books. You is a series on Netflix that I have watched the first season of, and I have the second book on my TBR shelf. Haven't got around to reading it yet. Should probably do that before the third season comes out because I still haven't watched the second season, and I need to get around to doing that because this is a very interesting book, and it was one of the first non-YA books I read, and, well, you know, it's creepy and I like it. And the last book, The School... Oops. Sorry about that. I had to fix my books because they fell off. The last book is The School for Good and Evil. I have read this book. The spine is completely bent, as you can see. Have I read the second book? No, I haven't read the second book. I have the second book. Haven't got around to reading it. The rest are on my wish list because I'm lazy and haven't got around to reading it. I'm fabulous, aren't I? Yeah, this is one I need to get to. It's middle grade and I love it. It was great when I read it. I read it when I was like 15, 16. So I don't know if it holds up now. But I should probably... Yeah, I like the little illustrations on the pages. I should probably reread this because there's a whole series. There's like 6 books now. And I don't remember it that well. I lied. There is one more series. I will get it now. Maybe I lied again. There's 2 more series. First one is The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings trilogy. I read The Hobbit before, but I am reading it again for the Tolkien along, which I have to read this month, this Hobbit. And then book 1 is next month, book 2 is the month after, and book 3 is December. So that'll keep me busy and keep something on my TBR. I am very intimidated by these. They're upside down. I'm very intimidated by these because, well, you know, Lord of the Rings, and they're very prominent, and lots of people love them, and I don't know if I will. We shall see when we read the books. When I watched the movies, I was about 13 years old, and I don't know if I enjoyed it, but I loved the Hobbit movie when it came out. So, we shall see. And the last book that I need, the last book that I need to finish is Shadow and Bone series by Leigh Bardugo. This has Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising, which is the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I only have this one, and I have to read it this month for a book club. I'm super excited to read it because it's my first intro into Leigh Bardugo, and I've heard so many great things. And I think that's everything I need to say about that. This is my stack of books. So yeah, that was all the books that I need to read the series of, or continue the series, or start the series that I own. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos by me, click that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.